Hey guys, so I'm gonna do my makeup for New Year's Eve. We're actually going down to downtown Austin. They're having like this firework and food truck type of stuff. So we're gonna do that. And it's nice because I think last year they did the fireworks like around 10 p.m. But supposedly this year they're gonna do it around midnight. So it'll be really fun. And I thought I would just show y'all what I use to, do my makeup and stuff like that. Also just tell y'all a little bit of what I've learned throughout this year. So we'll see how this video goes. Okay, so basically I like to start off with some face cream, and I like to use this one. Okay, so I use that and I'll let it dry up a little bit. This is my skin, as you can see. I just showered, washed my face. I use this one. I think I've showed it before. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use Aquaphor for my lips. I'm also gonna let my hair air dry for a little bit. After my face dries up a little bit, I go ahead and use my foundation. I use Fenty Beauty. I really love this foundation, like I've mentioned before. I feel like this foundation is very smooth. After doing a first layer, I go ahead and add a little bit more on my cheeks. So I guess I can go ahead and just say a few things that I've learned. I hope that this helps out the next person. I've learned is that it's okay to have boundaries with family and friends. And I feel like that's very hard as a millennial because all my life I grew up thinking like family is everything and family should come first and who knows what. I feel like whenever I was growing up with my family, I kind of just had this feeling like I was stuck. And I felt like, okay, I'm gonna grow up and I'm gonna get married and then I'm gonna be that person that's with my family 24/7 because that's what Hispanic families do, we just hang out all the time and everything, and it's not bad. You just get sometimes tired of it. And I'm not saying my family's too much. I'm just saying like sometimes it's okay to have that boundary and sometimes it's okay to be like, hey, I need my alone time too, to have my sanity. And I wish I could have said that I could do that in Dallas, but I feel like I would still have internally, I would still have that feeling or that guilt that I need to hang out with my family like every weekend if I was in Dallas. I feel like moving to Austin, it gave me that opportunity to be away and then also just go ahead and visit with them any weekend that I want. I appreciate my family more and I miss them, and it makes you just like, I really appreciate them when you go visit them because then it's like, man, I grew up here, and my parents did all of this and that to help me be where I am today. I'm gonna do my contour. I've been using this one for quite a while also, and it's really, really good. So. Okay, we're gonna start off like that, and I'll do more if I feel like I need more. I also like to use a beauty blender for this too, and we'll see how it goes. I guess the second thing that I have come to learn this year, or I've just reflected on, is that I really need to come to terms with loving myself the way that I am. Because I've realized I used to struggle so much with acne, and it was so bad. I was going through all these stages where I was like so embarrassed and who knows what. And, I was still having through my early 20s and I didn't know what to do. And so I was also very stubborn and I didn't want to go to a dermatologist, and I would go to an esthetician and they would do like facials and stuff. But I think that my acne was so hormonal that basically the facials and everything that I would try and spend so much money on would not help me. And I was in denial. I was just trying to figure out anything that I could do and face masks and who knows what to get the acne out of the way. Like I went through this whole phase through my early 20s saying like, hey God, if you take away my acne, I don't care about any other part of my body, like I could gain weight and I'd be okay, like I don't care, like please take the acne away, please make something work. And You know, now that I don't have acne, I'm like, okay, great, that's great. But now I really did gain the weight. And now that I've gained the weight this year, I'm just like, wow, now I really want to lose the weight. So then it's like, can I ever be happy with who I am? And that's what sucks. And I feel like I've come to learn a little bit of, you know, being okay with who you are. I just feel like, okay, others can believe in you, but you've got to believe in yourself, because you've got to be your number one supporter. You've got to be there for yourself just as much as you would be there for someone else. Like, if you want to tell someone else that they're ugly, like, why would you tell yourself that you're ugly? I'm gonna go ahead and use the new eyeshadow that the nurses bought me. It's this one, you see? So I'm gonna go ahead and try that. So my third thing would be, go ahead and take advantage of the insurance you have under your parents' plan. I was that type of teenager that basically didn't go to the doctor routinely or didn't go to the dentist routinely, and it was just because it was never a thing. I never realized how good their benefits were until I got my own insurance. Once I got married, I thought my dad would like take me off of everything, but he ended up saying that even if he were to take me off, they would charge him the same amount. So he decided to leave me on there and just have me use it. And so I did, and then I didn't realize till like last year how good his benefits were. And so that's when I actually ended up deciding to go see a dermatologist for my acne and stuff like that, because I was just fed up with my acne. And so I was like, let's just do it. Let's go ahead and do it while I still have my dad's insurance. And keep in mind, I have my own insurance under my husband's insurance. And his benefits are actually really good too. But I just had double the benefit. And so I was like, well, dang, why didn't I do this earlier? This one is called, oh, this is cute. This one is called Corazon. And then I'm using the top shimmer one. And this one is called Soul. And I use this setting powder. It's kind of like empty, but I do have a smaller one that I end up buying just in case. What's wrong? Why are you crying? Okay, and just the fourth thing that's actually very cute, and I've just, you know, been thinking about how grateful I am for my dogs. I know I talk about them a lot, but my dogs really mean the world to me. And I think it's so funny because we got Haley when my husband and I were dating. Like, we were years in of dating, but we got her when we were dating, and I was the one that was like, no, we can't get a dog right now. Like, you know, first I've got to get a house, then I've got to get married, and then I can get a dog. But my husband ended up surprising me with Haley. Basically, we saw her on a Craigslist like listing, and yes, both of my dogs are from Craigslist. But it ended up working out, and Haley ended up being the best part of our lives. So, and she's been through so much with us, and she's just grown with us. And we got Oakley last year, and we just wanted to go ahead and add a sibling to Haley. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you're trying to decide if you should get a dog or not, you should get a dog, definitely. You will not regret getting a dog. Maybe if you're not into going on walks every day or getting a dog that's so hyper or whatsoever, maybe look into it and do a little bit of research and get a dog that's going to be calmer. I feel like people say golden retrievers are supposed to be calm, but I feel like my dogs are in between. They're hyper a lot of times when they're playing around or when they're outside, and we take them on walks, we take them on car rides, whatever. And then they're pretty calm when they're at home with us because it's just me and my husband, and it's like, okay, we're chill and whatsoever. And I feel like the same energy or vibe that you put out is the type of energy that your dogs put out. I didn't use this Hula bronzer. I like to apply it with the brush that it comes with and just like add it, but then I like to blend it out with my actual brush. So my fifth thing is a financial thing. And maybe this is boring for y'all, but finance is something that I'm very interested in. And my husband works in a finance and retirement department for his job. And that's what my husband does for work. And so My husband is a type that likes his job and he really, really loves it, but he loves to do it at work. He loves to talk about it at work. And other than that, he doesn't like to talk about it. But I'm the type of person that, I don't know, I find it really interesting and I can talk about it 24/7. You can't really tell what it is anymore, but it's like, I think it's called like tattoo liner or something like that. And it's really nice. It really sticks on there. If I don't use this, I like to use like a pencil liner, which just makes it look more blended in. But I'm just gonna add a little bit of this today. This is what it looks like. The goals for my husband and I next year are to go ahead and get out of our debt. I feel like debt is something that people don't really talk about, just because on social or anything like that, you really want to have like this glamorous life and you want to make it seem like got all your stuff together. But reality is people have debt, and my husband and I have debt, and we're trying our best to go ahead and get out of debt next year. That way we can start investing into ourselves, or even start investing into like stocks and stuff like that, and starting up our own like professional profile. But I feel like you really can't start into that if you still have debt, you know? So we're gonna try to get out of it. I feel like sometimes when you're in your mid-20s or you're older than that, you feel like it's too late, and it's really not. I grew up in a family that was a middle-class family, and my husband grew up in a family that was a lower-class family, and we grew up learning a lot about money. And I feel like our families did good, but my husband and I want to take it to the next step to where, you know, you build something more for your own kids. My dad always had this saying of telling me like, hey, I want you to do better than what I did. It was just like a chain breaking, cycle breaking type of phrase. So my dad would tell me he didn't go to college, and my mom didn't even go to high school, and they came to the United States to give myself and my sisters a better life. And I always have that in the back of my mind. My dad always telling me that he wants me to do better than what they did. And my parents did pretty damn good, actually. They worked from the ground up and they built themselves up, and I'm actually very proud of where they are. Now I just, you know, actually think about that phrase that my dad said, and I'm like, you're right. You know, like if I can do a little bit better for my kids when I have kids, or if I have kids, maybe I should, you know, maybe I should start laying out the foundation right now, so then my kids can flourish and do even better than what I did. I really like this Wet n Wild one. If y'all don't know, I do have my eyebrows microbladed. Probably can't tell as much right now because they are faded a little bit. When you get them redone or whatever, or they're fresh, it does look a little bit better. Right now I feel like they look more gray than brown. Yeah, technically whenever you get your eyebrows microbladed, like, and they're fresh and everything, you don't really need to put anything on your eyebrows. Of course, I don't really do them whenever I don't have any makeup on or have light makeup on, because you can't really tell anything. But I feel like when you're adding a little bit more makeup, it looks a little bit better if you just add a little bit of makeup to your eyebrows too. I actually use two mascaras. I use the, what is this, Sky High by Maybelline, and I like to use waterproof. And then I also use the Lash Paradise. This one's by L'Oreal, so. Thing that my parents or my family would always joke around and say is that I was adopted and I was like Japanese or Filipino or something like that, because my eyes are so tiny. And I was like, hey, it's okay. Japanese people and Filipino people are so pretty. But I feel like if I don't wear a mascara, I really do look Filipino or something. And I've had so many people ask me if I was Filipino. I've actually had people speak to me in their language or whatsoever. Random people. I think it's happened to me one time when my family and I went to Disney World, and like random people in there, and then they were asking me something in their language, and then I was like, what? You know? And I was like, oh, I don't speak that, or I'm Hispanic, I'm not Filipino or whatever. And it was just so awkward and so funny at the same time. But then I ended up telling my family, and I'm like, oh my God, you won't believe what just happened to me. Like, I guess I really do look Filipino. I've also had people at my previous jobs ask me if I was Filipino. Maybe we do have ancestors that are Filipino or something, and we just don't know. But my parental grandparents are from Spain, and my maternal grandparents are from Mexico. My dad's Guatemalan, my mom's Mexican. I'm Mexican, Guatemalan, American. My hair's a mess. That's what it is right now. Hopefully it'll start looking better in just a little bit. Okay, so this is what my hair looks like after I've blow dried it. I have to section off my hair in 4 parts to straighten it out because I do have thick hair. Okay, last part, I forgot to put on some highlighter. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this one. I've used both of them, but I really like to use the lighter one for sure. And I kind of just apply it with my finger. Ahead and add my lipstick. I've got my outfit on. I decided to wear just like a black dress, and it has like these ruffles on them, so they're cute, and pair it with this jean jacket, and then I have my cowboy boots on. So I think I'm gonna have my husband just show y'all my entire outfit, see how it looks all together, but I decided I am gonna curl my hair just a little bit to give it more like of a volume. So we bathed them and we brushed out their hair, so that's why they look a little fluffy. Of course, I like to play and run around, so. Hi, gorgeous. Hi. Oh my goodness, you're gonna get some lipstick on you. Say hi, Oakley. Say hi, boy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see y'all next time. Bye guys. Happy New Year's.